Miss Rael. Today is all about freedom, the four necessary steps to get into your freedom. And free people. Hello, hello. Goodness gracious. All right, so when we're talking all about freedom, this weekend is Juneteenth. Today is the observed holiday in the United States for Juneteenth. And this weekend I had an amazing family reunion centered around Juneteenth. That we've been doing that for 11 years, and so I've had freedom on my mind. I've had legacy on my mind. It has been a wonderful experience, and you know I love my family. Oh my goodness, I love my family. So and it is good to see you. All right, so let's get into these four necessary steps to freedom. Number one, you can be living your life, feeling as powerful as you want to be, and still not be free. Why? How? Because you may have constructs around you that you just are not aware of. And so you don't step in certain areas because one, you either don't even know they exist, or you think you cannot go there. So, for those reasons, you don't even try. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Maya Angelou wrote that book, and goodness gracious, it was all about people experiencing institutional racism and living their life and not knowing how to experience their freedom, but wanting and yearning to, and yet not knowing how. Free people, free people. Free person can see the box that you are in, and can then go ahead and share with you what they know about it, so that you can clearly step outside of it and experience the fullness of life in that way that is no longer tethered to that box to that you formerly were in. So it is so important for us to be communal and to join, because it's not just in one way that freedom shows up. We have access to limitless possibilities, and in that, so many of us have limitations that we have placed on ourselves through through birthright, I will even say, because they're just things that we have said, no, we can't do this, no, we can't do that, but it's not true. So free people, and there's freedom in all areas of life. So let me get to these steps. Step number one is acknowledging the way in which you are not free, that you want to change. So what way are you not free right now that you want to change? This is you actually seeing. You're able to see this, right? You're able to see that for some reason, I live in Brownsville. I don't live in Crown Heights, and for some reason, I never ever go to Crown Heights. Is that me not being free? Is For those who don't know, those are two neighborhoods in Brooklyn. One is one is a predominantly black minority neighborhood, and one is a predominantly Jewish neighborhood. Or actually, it has a minority mix, but there are a great many things going on in that neighborhood. And so there has historically been a clash of cultures in Crown Heights. And as a person specifically, I'm from Brownsville, I would never go to Crown Heights. Now, um, is that me not moving forward in my free life and stuff? Like, my system took that information of just don't go to that neighborhood and incorporated it as I just don't go there. And I it's not even a conscious thing. Like, I just don't go. So for me to break myself out of that cage that I put myself in, the next step is to step outside of that boundary that either was created for you, created by you, but you acknowledge the box that you were in, and you intentionally step outside of it. That is step number 2. Okay? You go ahead and be like, okay, I know what that box is. I see it now. All right, I'm here. I'm out and about in the space that either you didn't want me in, or I thought that I didn't belong in. It doesn't matter which it is. You are there. It's yours, right? And so this is you actually getting outside of your comfort zone, because where you were at, that was a well-defined, this is me, area. So whether you want it or not, this new area is maybe, I'll say uncomfortable, but it's going to be different, right? It doesn't have to be bad. It can be extremely joyful, but I'm letting you know it's going to be a different experience. And step number 3 is really to fully experience this. Like, be like a baby and actually let yourself really go into it, and really just let all of your senses come and combine and be awake for you living in these moments outside of your normal comfort zone. You are experiencing something new. You are experiencing something that people may have said it was not for you. You are experiencing something that you may have said is not for you. But guess what? It is happening right now. This is freedom. Okay? And why is this step necessary? Because it is different, the urge will be to snap back to your comfort zone, not to play in it. So that's what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to play in this different experience, to fully experience it, to let it land. Okay? And then what you go ahead and you do is you incorporate this in your life. So now you have fully experienced what was formerly was being kept from you. Now, in all of your wisdom, in all of your knowledge, your new knowledge included, you get to intentionally incorporate or not incorporate that into your life. Intentionally. Like, this is your life. This is your choice for your life. You are free. You go ahead and do what it is that you want to do and incorporate that piece if you choose. Go ahead. So for the caged bird that sings, that new freedom, and as soon as that door opens, they're out, because they know what's on the other side, the freedom that's on the other side. If that bird returns, if they love the surroundings and they loved what also came with the cage, there were good things about the cage. That would be the only reason that the bird returns. Now, for the bird that has only experienced the cage in its entirety of its life, and just doesn't know what else is out there. You going out and stepping out into this free space, go ahead and incorporate that. Incorporate that into your world, on an intentionally, because it's going to be different, and you get to create your experience, whether it's joyful, whether it's scary, right? Whether it's curious. But I urge you, that because there's so much world to experience, I urge you to step out of your cage more and more often. Because then you will actually find out more boundaries that you didn't know that you had. And then you get to step out of those boundaries. And then you'll be like, oh wait, what's this? What's this? I'm in another cage that I didn't know about? Oh, okay. And then the process becomes fun. It's not cumbersome. It's an unfolding of all of the possibilities of life. It's like, oh my God, I didn't even know that this was available. Oh my God, I didn't even know that this was possible. Oh my God. And it's not who was keeping me back from this, or was I keeping myself back from this. It's now an exploration of life and what's possible. It lose the anger about it. Lose the, oh, woe is me, I've always been in this cage about it, right? You are free. You are free and constantly exploring and constantly stepping outside of your normal bounds, and that's a new way of life. And you flow and you fly wherever you choose. And your comfort zone that used to be ever so small gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that whole process of incorporating unlimited possibilities, just, you are the free person when you keep on stepping outside of those boundaries and claiming freedom for yourself. All right. I hope that was helpful. I actually can see the chat. Let me see. Yvonne, I love you. I love you. I love you. Mwah. Freedom. Okay. So you take care, and till next time. If you want help having your freedom process be joyful, loving, book a discovery call with me through throwingcoach.com. Click that button to schedule a call. Oh yeah, it's a good day. You take care. Bye.